Before we begin, click subscribe to stay up to date with all of our newest video content.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Johnny Girardi, and today we'll talk about DataSelf analytics, some BI concepts. So right now I'm using our portal, dataselfbi.com. I'm going to play the scenario like being the CEO of an organization. I can do this using a web browser. I can do this on a web browser on mobile devices. There are native apps like for Android and iOS. There are thick clients also for Windows and PCs and Macs. But if I'm the CEO or a C-level person, typically a lot of our clients, C-level people, what they want to get out of DataSelf is some dashboards that have been tailored for their specific needs that they can usually open, let's say, early in the morning to see if something is really good or really bad so they can take an action. I'm going to show an example here. When I log in as a CEO, and then I have this, 360-degree view of the business. The CEO wants to see things from all the organization, like, cash flow, orders to ship, receivables, revenues, Google Analytics data, financials. Sometimes things can get very busy, like this dashboard. Sometimes it gets busier than this dashboard. Sometimes people only want to see 1, 2, or 3 metrics. No matter what, the idea is C-level people, super busy, and you have to customize the dashboards based on their specific needs. The beauty is DataSelf has 5,000 KPIs ready to be plugged, and someone can build this dashboard from scratch very quickly because pretty much each component of it is ready out of the box, and you just have to assemble for this particular arrangement. Now, the second thing is these dashboards usually must be interactive, because once the C-level person got an aha moment, they usually need to take an action. Like in this example, cash flow projection. I'm looking at receivables, payables, payroll, and money in the bank today. So all the ups and downs in my cash flow for the next, in this case, 60 days. When I add all of these numbers, I get the projection of my cash flow in the next 60 days. And as long as the most negative doesn't cross my line of credit, I do not have a cash flow problem, cash flow projection problem. Now, what if I want to see if something changes? If a customer doesn't pay me, what's going to happen with my cash flow? I can play the scenario. I can come here and say, exclude, let's say, this payment. And now, of course, I force a scenario where now I will have a cash flow problem, and then I might have to work with my CFO, with my vendors to see how can I do to avoid, running out of cash. So simple, easy, something that a C-level person with little training would be able to read a dashboard like this, make some changes, make decisions, and take action. Another example, red bars or the red color is something is not good. Like inventory assets is above my threshold here. What about it? Do I need to contact someone? Well, right now I'm looking at my 360-degree view dashboard main tab. When I click on this red bar, it will automatically go to the second tab, the inventory tab, that has more details about inventory. And now I can see that most of these red bars, is too much inventory on hand, is on the West warehouse. Aha. That's when you get the aha moment. I know who I need to contact. But then sometimes you don't remember who the person name is, what their email address, their phone number. Maybe this is a customer, maybe this is a vendor. Then you have to go to a list of, search to find the contact. Well, we can build into these dashboards actions that when you click on a label, you can call, you can email, you can take an action from the dashboard right off the bat. And if you do this from a mobile device, so this is the same dashboard that I'm looking as here, from a mobile device, you could quickly, click the label, click contact, and it places the call. So you don't have to know the person's name. You don't have to remember. You just click right there and you place a phone call, or let's say an email. You send an email message. So this is an example of a C-level kind of dashboard available out of the box. Let me show you now a salesperson kind of dashboard. So this is more like, on the operational side, salespeople need to be on top of what's going on. And you as the organization, you can drive the process to let them be more efficient. Let's say you can show them in the main tab, major KPIs that each salesperson is responsible for. You can show what open opportunities are coming from CRM, if you're working with a CRM system. You can show actual sales and commission for the past couple of months accumulating throughout the day. And also you can have what we call hot and getting cold performers. And the idea here is, if you sell to recurring customers, who's hot, or what products are hot, where, worldwide, in the country or in the city is hot. By the same token, who's getting cold, what products are getting cold, where is getting cold. And as a salesperson, I just click a button, who's hot. I click the who's hot button. I go to a different tab. I was originally here, now I'm the who's hot. And out of the box, we show two ways to look at who's hot. Top customers by sales this period, top customers are here, and which customers are growing the most since last period. And the period right here is defined by this year to date. I could easily change to different time buckets. Like these customers, they are growing the most since last year to date. This is the actual sales growth. Maybe they're not big enough to be as a top customer, but because they're growing the most, we say they are a hot customer. And what if you want to see, by another measure, by gross profit, by quantity sold and whatnot? You just pick and choose. In the report, we change right there now to show gross profit instead. So we have who's hot, we have what's hot. Now it's from a product standpoint. We have where is hot, in this case, looking at the state level. And we also look at, things getting cold. In this example, top customers by sales decline or gross profit decline since, in this case, last year to date. Or who is no longer buying at all. So these customers, you had some gross profit last year to date, but now it's all negative. And if you put the mouse over these customers, it shows in the middle section which products are driving this decline. And if you want to see numbers by the penny, you can just pick, let's say, a few customers, and you choose see details, and now you go to a different report that will show the details with numbers and pennies if you need to see all of those level of detail. All of these reports I'm showing out of the box. It's very easy to customize. If you want to receive this report in your inbox, you just click subscribe. You put your email address here, and the tool will start to automatically email on whatever schedule that you choose. So easy to self-service. You can click alert, if gross profit goes above something or below something, only then send me an email. So there are different ways that you can let users configure how they'll be consuming the DataSelf reports. Let's start with the architecture of DataSelf. We started this business in 2005, and since 2005 is about almost 14 years now. What we do is we start with the data sources, and at the bottom I have a list of popular ERP and CRM systems that we already have connectors ready for. So we bring the data from these source systems and other databases, social media, Excel files, proprietary systems. We bring this data into a separate database called a data warehouse. It's a SQL Server data warehouse framework. And we optimize, we clean, and we organize the data in the data warehouse for easy reporting. If you have, let's say, multi-company, we can easily combine all the companies together. So when you look at the reports, it's like one big entity that you can slice it by different organizations. Or maybe you want to do, sales forecasts, inventory projections, budgeting. We clean the data, we combine, we automate it, and then currently we're plugging Tableau. If you haven't heard about Tableau, for the last last 6 years in a row, Gartner, which is one of the most reputable companies doing technology assessment for Fortune 2000 companies, Gartner has rewarded Tableau for the last 6 years in a row as the gold standard for analytics in BI. Is the most empowering and easiest to use reporting tool, dashboarding tool when it comes to business users. We've been building and refining this solution for about 14 years. And over these years, we have built a lot of out-of-the-box reports. Currently, there's more than 5,000 reports out of the box, covering, financials, sales, inventory, purchasing, receivables, payables, CRM opportunities, payroll, and other areas. So as soon as we deploy the solution, you don't have to start one report at a time. There's a lot of reports answering a lot of questions. Financials by year, by quarter, by month. This year, last year, growth decline. The idea is there's a lot of things ready to go and easy to customize. What are the key benefits of DataSelf? Ease of use. When we chose Tableau to be our main user interface back in 2012, this was the #1 criteria. Most business people don't have time to learn complex reporting tools, but they are the ones who need reports, who need reports changed, who need reports sliced and diced. So the easier the reporting tool, the easier it is, the more likely the users, the business people, will be able to do those changes on the fly, anytime, anywhere. So biggest benefit of the DataSelf application is ease of use. Second, out of the box, you don't have to build a lot of reports. They're ready. You just search. And when I go to the demo, I'll show some example of the power and how comprehensive the out-of-the-box solution is. Third, quite often, most organizations, at one point, they'll start to do data consolidation. Again, bringing data from different modules of the ERP system, combine ERP with CRM, acquire different businesses, and try to do consolidated financials. When you do, data consolidation, having a data warehouse in place like DataSelf makes things much easier, faster, and more reliable to take care of the complexities of bringing data together. And finally, expertise. My core team has been working with enterprise-grade BI and with mid-sized companies and mid-sized ERP and CRM systems for about 18 years now. We know a lot of these systems. We know how to bring them into SQL Server data warehouses, how to use tools like Tableau for better reporting, and how to help clients take the out of the box as a starting point and get value very quickly, and be able to teach them and show them how they can easily customize the solution to fit needs that are not covered out of the box.
Was this video helpful? Click subscribe to see more videos like this one.